Welcome to the third or fourth video of Jeremy Todd Podcast. Glad you're watching. We'll start right now here again. Always the 10-second silence while my background music's playing. And then we're going to get it rocking. Let's do this. Welcome to the Positive Side Podcast. This is your host, Jeremy Todd. I just want to thank everybody again for listening. Hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. Kind of cool. Call me Mr. 3000 because we're going over 3,000 downloads after this podcast episode here, which is exciting. Big time in it. It's awesome. I'm pretty pumped up about it. So over 3,000 downloads in just a couple months. I mean, I know I did a little bit longer than that, but they were kind of rough at first. Getting her going. Hey, what I want to talk about today, and I'm pretty excited about this. Like always, I'm always excited about every topic I talk about. But this one here, we're going to talk a little bit about pressure and stress. What is good? What is stress? I mean, I don't really know the technical definition of stress or pressure, but I'm going to talk a little bit about that and why I love pressure, and I love there's good stress and there's bad stress. Obviously, bad stress is you can't pay your bills. That's the stress that I've been through. If you're going through that, hey, just keep going because eventually you're going to get there. You're going to get to where you want to be. Continue to listen to this podcast too. That you're going to eventually get to where you want to be, so you're not going to worry about that kind of stress. But the way I look at stress and the way I look at pressure, again, I absolutely love that. I mean, I want, for a basketball term, I want to be the one that gets the shot at the end of the buzzer. Give the ball to me. And I think what happens, and for me personally, what I think the definition of being a pressure shooter or pressure someone that strives in pressure is not just the ability to handle it. That's one thing. It doesn't get you upset or whatever the case is. But for me, what it really is the type of person that can make a decision. And what I mean by that is when the pressure's on, right, wrong, or indifferent, can you make a decision? Are you comfortable with the consequences being good or bad? That's something that I really, really enjoy doing. I strive in, and I want to be the one that makes that decision. I would rather make that decision than someone else, because again, I think that I'm going to make the right decision in pressure, in time for clutch. And when you watch an NBA game, you got the NBA playoffs going on right now, and at the end of the game, that's one thing I love about the NBA is everyone knows where the ball is going when there's 10 seconds left on both teams. Everyone in the gym knows it, and it's just a matter of can you stop that person? That person wants the ball. They want to shoot that ball. They want to make that last shot. That's stress, that's pressure. But that's exactly what I love about make that stressful decision, and I want that pressure on me. I want to make that decision. So then I started thinking about this morning while I was at the gym. Is what if you're thinking to yourself, man, I just wish I was better at stress, or I wish I was better at handling pressure. I think a lot of times what happens is you have to look at yourself in the mirror. Are you a person that makes decisions? And I think if you separate making decisions from making or being under stress or being under pressure, if you can make a decision, remember that when that time comes. I think that makes it easier to handle it, because I think when you even just mention the word stress or mention the word pressure, I think your blood pressure starts to roll up, and all of a sudden you start thinking, man, can I do this? Can I not do this? If you just think of those two things as, can I make a decision? And if you are the type of person that can make a decision and live with the results of the decision, then you can handle stress and pressure. And again, just to go back, it's not stress that you can't pay bills. There's good stress, bad stress. Good stress is when you're at work and they're coming to you and they look at you to make a decision, and you can actually make that decision and live with the results. I can't say how many times I've made a decision and it was the wrong decision, but you know what? I'm okay with that, because I'm going to be the one that's going to make that. I can live with it and I can handle it. At least I made the decision, because some people just can't do it. They can't do it. And if you want to get better at that, ask yourself, can you make decisions? If you can make decisions, you can handle stress, you can handle pressure. I believe it's that easy. Have you ever been sitting there in a group of people and whoever asks a question and no one raises their hand up? No one says anything because they're afraid of what other people are going to think, or you're going to be wrong. Those are the situations I'm talking about. You need to raise your hand and just make a decision. Say the answer. Say what you think. As you do that, people begin to look at you in a different light. That's one easy way to take your life to the next level, is someone that can make decisions, handle pressure, handle the stress, and live with that decision, right or wrong. Because believe me, the way I look at it, I mean, a lot of times I'm wrong. I mean, I'm probably 50-50, but I can make the decision. And sometimes when you make that decision, it takes pressure off everybody else. It lowers the stress level for everybody because someone there can make a decision. So I want you to think about a situation that you're in, that you're going through, that you've gone through recently, that you haven't been able to make a decision, or you made a decision. And let's build up off that certain situation, a certain scenario. Shoot me the email, let's talk about it, or call me, whatever the case is. You can email me anytime, jeremy@jeremytodd.com. Shoot me that email. Let's talk about that scenario, and let's get better together at making decisions. Because again, the more decisions you make, the easier you are and the better you are with stress and pressure. Right, wrong, or indifferent, make a decision. Make that decision today on anything. And I don't, I do that with my kids a lot of times. And, they get mad at me sometimes. But now it's to the point that they fight over who's choosing simple little thing to go to a restaurant. I'll say, okay, Vincent, it's your turn to make a decision. Where are we going to eat? I don't know where I want to go. It doesn't matter. Now, he's better than the rest of them because I've been beating him up for the last 5-6 years on it. But even my youngest, my 5-year-old, Anthony, I say, Anthony, I need you to make a decision. Where do you want to go eat? I don't know, Dad. Make a decision or we're not going to go anywhere. That's a great way to pass that on to your kids, to have them start making decisions at a younger age, to be leaders. Those little things at those younger ages makes a huge difference. It's like even little stuff when I'm at restaurants with my kids and they choose and they want me to order their food for them. I'm not ordering their food for them. At 5, 7, and 10, well, especially 10, especially 7, but even my 5-year-old, make a decision. Tell the young man or young woman what you want for lunch. Make that decision. I don't order your food. If you order it wrong, guess what? You're going to get the wrong food. It is what it is. But you're going to live with the decision. If you order the wrong food, you're going to eat the wrong food because you made that decision. And that's an easy way to build leaders in your family and build leaders with the kids, is the ability to have your kids make decisions, you make decisions, loved ones make decisions, and you can pass it on through every way in life, whether it be school, work, business, life, health, fitness, whatever the case is. Make a decision. Hope you enjoyed the podcast today. Make sure you check it out on Facebook at The Positive Side. Check that out. Like that page. And more importantly, if you have not yet, I know I got listeners all over the place, make sure you get on that mailing list. It's easy. Go to jeremytodd.com, sign up, get on that Monday motivation video. Went out this morning, went out real early, and it was a great topic today. I talked about the holiday hangover. You know how it is with every single holiday. You go to have a holiday on the weekend, for the first 4 hours of work, you don't feel like doing anything. Or most people don't feel like doing anything. They want to talk about their kids and their candy and what they got and all the little stories. And before you know it, everyone's going to lunch and everyone wastes the whole morning. Shoot me that. If you sign up today, I'll forward that video to you. You can also check it out on YouTube, like that YouTube channel, the Positive Side YouTube channel. You may have to find it because I don't have a lot of subscribers yet, but I'm building the videos up. So look it up there. If not, I can shoot that video over to you. But sign up on that website, jeremytodd.com. Start getting those videos. Start getting those letters for me. Again, awesome day. Beautiful. Let's kill it. Let's skip that holiday hangover, and let's start making decisions. This is the Positive Side. All right, what do you think, big one?
Pretty good. Ouch. No, I can cut out that 10-second thing that you said, video.
At the beginning of that? Oh, yeah.
I don't want to say